Marry me, everybody, it's Raven here. This is a video I've been wanting to do for quite some time. This is a video on the image slash idol known as Baphomet and or Baphomet, depending on how you pronounce it. It is a video I've been wanting to do for quite some time because I had a few subscribers ask me why hold on. I feel like I was gonna burp for a second. Why I, as a Wiccan, have this symbol in my Book of Shadows. This idol and or symbol is right here. I don't know if you, of course, not going to zoom in. It is Baphomet. This was in my old Book of Shadows. It fell out. The page ripped. So, what is Baphomet and or Baphomet? The reason why they ask why a Wiccan would have that is because it is a symbol. I call it it because it's hermaphrodite. It's both genders. It is used in by the Church of Satan. It is used by the Satanic Temple as well to represent Satan in their religion. But oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. It originally wasn't a symbol to represent Satan at all. They chose to use that as their mascot. Baphomet was used in occult and magic traditions to represent, for me at least, this is why I wear it, which I have this little amulet right here, which has Baphomet on it. To me, it represents the perfect balance of both spiritual, physical world, male, female, negative, positive, etc., etc. So that's why I wear it. It represents perfect balance to me, which is why a lot of witches that I've seen at least do use it. They use him to represent the male god, which is Horde. I'm so sorry. Let me give examples for this. If you can see, he has up here both his hands pointing up and down, which use the terms as above, so below. He has a torch up here and horns. The torch representing illuminating light to the spiritual side of man, and then the horns representing the carnal nature of man. It has breast, which represents female or goddess energy, and then it has a penis. Well, it's a rod, the caduceus, I think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's supposed to represent a penis, which represents male, female. So to me, Baphomet is a symbol of, like I said, perfect spiritual, physical nature, balancing both those worlds together. So that's what it represents to me. And then sometimes, depending on which tradition, whether it be a Satanic tradition or Wiccan or right-hand path, which the pentagram or the pentagram on the top will be right side up or upside down. For Satanists, it's right side down because that's their symbol. What it represents is working with the internal nature and or physical nature, as opposed to working with the spiritual nature when it's right side up. So that's why usually primary Wiccans usually use the right side up pentacle, because it represents working with spirit, it represents working with the higher powers, etc., etc., as opposed to right side down, which represents working with the self, looking inwards and working with the physical nature. So that's the difference between. Oh my god, I hate warnings. That's the difference between a right side up and a right side down pentacle, but that's pretty much all I have for what Baphomet represents to me. I do not use it as a representation of Satan. I don't believe in the Christian being known as Satan, even though I'm fascinated by his story in the Bible, in the Christian mythos and Judeo mythos, but I don't believe in Satan. I'm Wiccan, obviously. So that's pretty much it for that. Now, you know, this is another thing too I wanted to make a video on. The difference between left-hand path dichotomy and right-hand path. It surprises me and my jaws drop. Not my drawers. My jaw dropped when I hear a witch state they've never heard of the left-hand and right-hand path. Left hand and right hand path are two dichotomies of spiritual / occult nature, but also just spirituality and religion in general. The right hand path, over here, the right hand path represents working with divine nature, deity, to become part of deity, such as Christianity, Judaism, Wicca, Hindu. Those are all representations of morality, good morale. Well, not necessarily good morality, but certain types of moralities, following certain more strict rules, and like working to become more one with godhood, reincarnation, etc., etc. As opposed to the left-hand path, which includes worshiping the self or working with the self to attain godhood yourself, is what they usually try to do. It represents working more with taboo things, working with things that people don't consider to be good, etc., etc., such as, or more toward things towards like self-enlightenment, self-improvement. They're more about the self, as opposed to working with spiritual nature and or deity. It is like religions such as Satanism, Luciferianism. I can't think of any other religions that are left-hand path, or left-hand path is also, what's his name? Thelema, the religion developed by Aleister Crowley, is also left-hand path. So those are those two things. In no way, shape, or form are the left-hand path evil, right-hand evil. It's not evil good. There's no such thing. It's just different ways of obtaining spiritual knowledge and spiritual goals. Most left-hand pathers are like atheists, such like I said, Satanists or whatnot. They truly, really believe in like working with the self more than working with the deity or relying on gods, as opposed to the right-hand path, like Christians, Wiccans, etc. They mostly work with spiritual deities to become one with spiritual deity, or to work towards reincarnation, perfect state of mind, etc., yada yada. All that good stuff. I hope I represented it properly. But that's pretty much it. Until next time, merry part and blessed be.